on the move with it. They all watching like what he do with it. It's hypnotic, I'm on the move with it.
Welcome to the YouTube channel for the most must-hear WSOW sports podcast in history. Welcome to First Round KO on YouTube. Today, I'm your host, KO, a.k.a. Howard J. Dingers, and I'm joined, as always, by Mr. Connor J.D. Moore.
Let's do this.
And we are doing our predictions for WWE Crown Jewel, the global pay-per-view event known as Crown Jewel.
Shoot me.
It's stupid.
It's so
We
stupid.
don't know where it is. It's a global, like it's taking a place all across the globe. Every match is going to be on a different continent. It's stupid.
Oh, my.
Now, like I said in the podcast, and I will put this disclaimer out there now on the video as well, we are not in full support of this pay-per-view going on, or whatever you want to call this event, this wrestling event. We believe, personally, because of all the issues with Saudi Arabia, that this show should not have gone on, at least not gone on in Saudi Arabia. But because we are wrestling fans, and because we are multimedia personalities, we will be doing our predictions for the show purely on a wrestling and a professional level. So, without further ado, let's start with, we're going to start with the World Cup tournament, actually. We have brackets printed out in front of us here, and we'll go match by match with this one. So, I'll start off. We're going to start in the upper left-hand corner for those of you who want to follow along. I'll probably put the bracket up for this one. We have Seth Rollins versus Bobby Lashley. Now, for the sake of who I actually have in the bottom half of this side of the bracket, I believe it should be heel face for the semifinal. So, I'm going to go with Bobby Lashley over Seth Rollins in this one. Maybe Dean Ambrose gets involved somehow. I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm going to go with Bobby Lashley.
No, I'm going to agree with you, and I'm going to mention this on Hawk Talk when we go do that. But I feel like we are going to get some Dean Ambrose involvement in this match. I just have a feeling that we're going to get some Dean Ambrose involvement.
That's fair. So you got Bobby as well?
I got Bobby.
Bobby. Okay, so the bottom half of this bracket, we have Kurt Angle taking on Dolph Ziggler. Now, I said I wanted heel face, and that's because I believe Kurt Angle is going on and winning this match. I don't see Dolph Ziggler beating Kurt Angle. I feel like that would be a real damper on Kurt as a character. So, yeah, I'm going Kurt Angle on this one.
Yeah, I'm going to go Kurt Angle. I think you can't have him return then lose.
Exactly.
What's the point of that? And WWE seems to do very well by their legends, so Kurt.
Dolph is usually in feuds to take pins.
Yeah.
All right, so on the other side, we then have, on the top, Jeff Hardy versus The Miz. This one, I'm not necessarily going heel versus face. I'm going for a dream matchup. I believe that The Miz can be protected in this match, and he will be. But I think Jeff Hardy, purely because of nostalgia's stake, and that's basically what this tournament is for, I'm going with Jeff Hardy on this one.
Hey, you're the one that told me that this prince over there. Oh, I mean, we don't know where it is.
The Greatest Royal Rumble, he literally asked 3 specific superstars. You ready for this? Yokozuna, passed away. Ultimate Warrior, passed away. Macho Man Randy Savage, passed away. He doesn't know that they're not alive. He just knows that they were a thing back in the day, and he wanted to see them. Anyway, so yeah. You also going with
wow.
Jeff?
Yeah.
Right.
Just wow.
And then in the bottom half, we have Rey Mysterio versus Randy Orton. And again, like you said, WWE does right by their legends. I think having Rey lose here would be bad for his character. And I think Randy can eat a loss. He's doing.
Stop playing! Stop!
Connor? And Randy can eat a loss. Rey needs to go on here. And with the story that SmackDown is telling, I think, the loser, if a SmackDown star makes it to the final and loses, they have to go to Raw. I believe that's going to play into my final as well. Rey Mysterio goes on.
Randy Orton going to Raw.
What?
No, I'm trying to think.
Oh.
Going forward. Wow. So the loser of this for SmackDown goes to Raw, huh?
If they lose.
If they lose, they got to go to Raw. Wow. Okay. Well, in this match, you know what? I'm going to go with a bias pick here, even though I like both, but one person is taking my overwhelming bias. Give me Booyaka 619.
All right, so that means I believe we have the same ones, Bobby versus Kurt and Jeff versus Ray.
Yep.
We'll start over on the left, Bobby versus Kurt.
Baron Corbin influence incoming. Dolph is going in to the final.
What?
I mean, not Dolph. Lashley.
Really?
Yep.
I disagree. I think Kurt's just going to beat Bobby. I got Kurt going to the final. Bip. And then we have Jeff versus Rey Mysterio. Dream match.
Ray for me.
Yep. I also have Ray. Now, our final, Kurt Angle versus Rey Mysterio. Who do you have?
For your bracket.
Oh yeah, yours is Bobby versus Ray. That's right.
Probably subject to change when we go into Hawk Talk.
Right.
Because I have an hour until then. I will say Rey Mysterio because I do because by this, based on the stipulation that you told me and based on my bracket, will it be too early for Bobby and his heel run to eat some L's here?
He's already eaten 2 L's.
He has. But I think him getting a good rub from Ray here. Two guys that they know each other from back when WWE's yesteryear, 10 years ago. I don't think it will hurt him as much, and I do think that SmackDown needs some star power over there as well. Raw has enough. If this will benefit Ray more than it will benefit Ray.
I think because of the Roman Reigns situation, I think Raw needs more star power.
So
especially babyface star power.
So you think Ray would lose and get shipped to? You really think they do that?
Kurt Angle is going to win this tournament, and Rey Mysterio is
going to Raw.
That's their whole reason for doing this. That's the whole reason they threw this stipulation in there, because Ray's on SmackDown, because yay, SmackDown 1000. But we really want you on Raw because it's the A show in their eyes, and they want a guy like Ray.
That does make perfect sense to get one of your most favorite legends, currently active, full time, I might add, to go over to Raw.
So I have Kurt Angle winning, and Ray going to SmackDown. So next we have. Oh, yep. Sorry. Next, we'll get into the other matches that we have. AJ Styles defending his WWE Championship, not against Daniel Bryan, but against Samoa Joe. Connor, who do you have in this match?
At some point, you have to wonder, when are they ever really going to do anything with Samoa Joe? And they've been touting the whole, AJ is one of the longest reigning champions things. I think it's time. I think it's time. They got to put the belt on Joe here. I do think it's time.
Really?
So I'm going to go Samoa Joe. Because if not now, when? Is Samoa Joe just going to be a heel that just loses the big one every single time?
He'll win it eventually.
Yeah, but they've booked. He's been losing every single one. So I am going to go here. I'm honestly going to go Samoa Joe.
Wow.
If this was last month, I would say AJ because WWE 2K19.
Right. But now that game is out, that doesn't matter. However, on Friday, AJ will officially pass Kevin Nash as the 10th longest reigning WWE champion of all time. And I believe he's only a week or so away from 365 days.
Mm-hmm.
And I personally believe they might want him to push that CM Punk record to completely erase CM Punk from everything. But at the same time, in my head, future booking dictates that Miz is going to win the title and then Daniel's going to win it off of him. Miz would have to win it off of face. Therefore, AJ is retaining. Also,
not necessarily if he gets it in Elimination Chamber.
I also believe that WWE doesn't want this pay-per-view to ever be brought up ever again.
So you think they're going to play it really safe?
I don't
here?
think any title changes happen. Spoiler alert. I don't think they ever want to bring this up again. So I am going with AJ Styles to retain.
Fair enough.
Next, we'll do the bar with Big Show. Now, this is Freebird rule. Big Show can defend the title. Big Show is officially part of the bar. So it's any combination of the three versus any combination of the New Day. So we don't know who's in the match. I'm assuming Big Show will be in the match because nostalgia. But yes, we have the bar taking on the New Day for the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Connor, who do you have?
You know I'm very biased towards the New Day, and it will stay very biased towards the New Day. I'm going New Day.
Wow. Oh, I didn't want to take the whole thing off of there. Really? I'm shocked by that pick. You think they're just going to hotshot the belts after the Big Show joined and everything?
The belts will change hands. I could see this being a Survivor Series thing, honestly, if they want to put the belts on the line at Survivor Series. Unless the entire pay-per-view is strictly just brand supremacy again. But if they do want to have title matches at Survivor Series...
It looks like they're doing champions versus champions.
Just strictly that?
Yeah.
Given the circumstance of the Raw tag team situation, going into Survivor Series rather, it probably is best for the New Day to hold on to the bar. But then TLC, different story, obviously.
Right.
So if we are going strictly on the whole brand supremacy, Raw versus SmackDown thing for Survivor Series, I think the smart play would be put the functional team, as far as the New Day, with the dysfunctional team, which I would still assume to be Ambrose and Rollins going into Survivor Series most likely, unless they want to drop the belt sometime soon.
We'll see.
Right. And then after that, I don't know, have Big Show or whatever, Big Show in the bar, cost the New Day and have them betray the brand or anything like that. Help Ambrose and Rollins win, even though they really should have lost because they're dysfunctional. And then New Day drops the belt at TLC.
Interesting.
Fantasy booking.
Like I said earlier, I don't see any title changes happening because I think they don't want to ever mention Crown Jewel ever again. So I have the bar retaining. Next we have... Yeah, we'll go to this one next. Brock Lesnar versus Braun Strowman for the vacant WWE Universal Championship. Connor, who do you have in this?
Unless something comes out in the 11th hour where it says that WWE and Brock Lesnar came to terms with yet another agreement, I'm going Braun all the way. He is the most over superstar on Raw, not named Ronda Rousey, and they need to ride him as long as they possibly can until something else happens, given the medical leave of Roman Reigns. It's just a smart thing to do. Don't.
Because of what I said earlier, they don't want to mention this ever again. You don't want Brock Lesnar to become a multi-time champion on this crown jewel. You especially don't want Braun Strowman to win his first ever championship at Crown Jewel. Drew McIntyre will get involved in this match, and it will end in a no contest. Vacant will retain.
So when do they decide the
They'll
title
do a
holder?
tournament. Have a tournament going into before Survivor Series. Or after Survivor Series.
But the scheduled match at TLC is Braun versus...
Braun can still win it.
He can still go. Right, but that tournament...
The end of the final can end up being Drew versus Braun.
At TLC?
At TLC.
Fair enough.
I'm going no contest here.
All right.
I truly believe that nothing will happen at this pay-per-view and that they don't want to ever mention it again. So I'm going no contest, no champion. I'm going to write vacant in my predictions. All right. And I had Kurt for this. You had Ray. And finally, we have what I assume will be the main event of the show, D-Generation X versus the Brothers of Destruction for the first time. Connor, who do you have?
Only in a glorified house show do we get these two teams for the first time ever, years after their prime. And a tag match like this is a main event. just a tag match in general is a main event.
True.
Well, based on the events of Super Showdown, Brothers of Destruction get the dub.
I disagree. Wow, all of our picks are different, and I love this. I am going with the D-Generation X win. I don't see how you can have Shawn Michaels. Now, again, they probably won't ever bring this up again, but how do you have Shawn Michaels come back and lose? I don't see that happening.
How'd they bring Kane out from his mayoral duties?
Kane is Kane, though. Kane is... Did you hear why he's doing this and why he didn't pull out?
Money.
They donated to something within the community of Knox County.
So
WWE,
he's not getting paid.
He's not getting. He's getting paid what he would normally get paid for showing up.
But the money
his big bonus from Crown Jewel is getting donated to
Knoxville.
Something in Knoxville, some sort of society. I can't remember what it is, but yeah, they announced that on Knoxville County actually put a statement out on it.
I did not know that, and that's really cool, and that's very.
Exactly.
I really like that.
That's why
WWE.
Kane is still in there. So,
and in that case, that's fair.
Exactly.
I think that you help me, I help you. Type
exactly.
Of thing, so,
but yeah, I don't believe that Shawn will. I can't see Shawn. The only way I could see Shawn losing, and I can't see this happening, but I could see WWE maybe doing this. Undertaker pins Shawn, and then Undertaker's like, "Yeah, I beat I beat you. You can never beat me." Blah blah blah. And then they set up an actual career versus career match at WrestleMania. And then maybe Shawn retires Undertaker. That could be interesting. And then Undertaker doesn't actually retire because Shawn didn't actually retire. It'd be weird. It could be interesting. But I'm under the I don't think Shawn's going to take a loss. So I'm going DX for the win because Triple H has to go over. All right. So that's all the time we have for today. Put your predictions down in the comments if you agree or disagree with us. Give us a like, subscribe, share us out to the world, and follow us on Twitter.
All right. I just have to say the Twitter here. I don't have to do the whole spiel.
Yeah.
FRKL Podcast is the Twitter. Olsen2K18 is his. Condomore_7 is mine.
Links in the description.
See you guys next time.
Make me feel this again. Things are getting eerie like the lake that's down in Michigan. Had a good year, kinda tired. Where the Michelin at the finish line. Go get the checkered flag. Take a couple more shots. That's extended mag. I don't mean to brag. You smell this in the bag. I pull up solo at the function. I'm a tennis stag. Stone cold bachelor. Acid rapping chancellor. Couple years an amateur, but never had a chance where you see me as a challenge to manage it into